Hey YouTube, hey guys, how's it going? Thomas here. Welcome back to another video on Factorio. We're right down here cleaning up for some uranium ore. Now, in our last video, when we came up here, we actually built this little depot here where we actually pump barrels in with sulfuric acid to actually mine our uranium. Now, this mine is about depleted at this moment in time, and we just don't have the resources or anything really here to kind of keep mining. As you can see, some of these mines are completely empty, and we are going to run out of uranium here in the near future. So it's time that we actually expand this mine. And as you can see, a lot of our mines are actually running out. So that's one of the reasons I have been expanding our bases to these areas. Now, with our new train depot, we're actually running 8 cars long now. So we got 2 engines, basically a stocking car, and then we have 4, 5 other cars behind us. So we're going to need 1 car for sulfuric acid, and then we're going to need 4 cars for that. So the one cool thing is that I do know, and originally you couldn't do this, but you can actually now transport like fluids and stuff using fluid cars, right? So before, when we did this, built this here, and stuff, you could actually, we use barrels and all that good stuff. But the fact is, since they implemented the barrels, I didn't really think about it, but you can actually use fluid cars. I just think of using fluid cars for crude oil but you can actually use it for sulfuric acid as well. So we're going to build a better way to transport sulfuric acid. Now, the way I figured is looking at our base here, and since our last game, what I'd done was I expanded our belt rays, our belt lines and stuff, created a main bus, and we got our copper production. We added our copper wire here, and then I came down with green circuit chips and stuff. So we got a relatively good system here laid out and stuff on how I wanted to do this, and I designed all this myself, just so you know. And we got all this laid out, and then we got our steel plates coming in from here, our belt lines, all that stuff. Plates come in here and feed up. So this is pretty much what I worked on there for a while, and our lines up here are working. So what we have to do is I have to figure out how are we going to get sulfuric acid down here to where we're at now, and how are we going to do this. So this deposit here, this is not a big deposit. This is about 800K. But this deposit up here was small too. We got some bigger deposits further out here, and we're going to get to those here soon, but right now we ain't got there yet. Like right down here, there's a great uranium deposit here of over 5 million, and we're going to have to get down there to get to that because we need that. As far as our nuclear power goes, I ended up upgrading our nuclear power a lot. So we do have this loop style system here, but we are running out of the uranium, and that's alarming to me. I'm very concerned that we might run out, and then that happens, and then we basically die. So not a good scenario. We got some reactors, we got some other stuff in here, and as far as what we have, our nuclear base goes, I ended up having to redo our nuclear base because it was just too small down here, and we're doing our processing here. But our nuclear power plant is right here, and it's running relatively well. We got 10 reactors, which we don't have enough power generators or steam turbines to actually for all these. So this needs to actually really be expanded. The big challenge was keeping water in here, because I ended up running water from down here up, trying to double this pipeline up to power this with water, and it just wasn't working too well. And I tried mapping it and everything, and then finally I realized that we did have some water over here on the map. So I decided to kind of tap into that and expand this base out a little bit to try to seize that water. We got more water down here, but I'm going to ultimately rail water in by train here, and that way we can get water and stuff in just to keep these tanks here full to make sure we got plenty of water. So we are going to probably end up using a rail train to actually get that extra water in that we may need, just because these pumps and stuff are kind of struggling to keep up with the demand of this facility. So all right, so what we're going to do is we have got to get more uranium ore, and as you can see, we just run out. I'm hoping we don't suffer a blackout throughout the course of this video, but as you can see, we do have some reactor things up here, so that's great. And worst case scenario, I am been trying to stock. We've got to get that uranium. That's all there is to it. Let's actually go up here real quick. I know the train's probably up here at the depot. That's one of the reasons we are out of stock, but I cannot risk. Let's send that back to our main base, go to station. Okay, that'll do. We'll keep that. But I've been trying to monitor my power and stuff, and yeah, we've got to get this upgraded. So let's get this built here real fast, and we'll start with building this. Snap. Every time you try to delete something, you break something, How in the hell does an electric pole like that not have power? I guess it's because it wasn't connected or something. I don't know. All right, let's get all this put together here. So let's get this built. So start off with, I want to go ahead and we're just going to throw our miners and stuff down, and then we're going to bring in our fluid, and that's just really the best way to actually build this. So we'll just connect everything here. All right, there we have it. So we'll come in this way. We'll start over here, whatever. Shit. All right, there we go. So let's get all these connected up here. This will give us a nice depot here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, instead of trying to do this the way I normally would do that, I'm just going to kind of change this up. And we're going to use substations. Personally, I'm not a fan of substations, but I think for this scenario here, I think substations are going to be, you know, more practical because we want to get as much uranium ore out of here as possible. And that's really what it comes down to. So make sure we can get as much uranium as we possibly can. We just came up short on our miners. I might have to call on our supply train, which actually built a supply train, just so you guys know. And what a supply train is it's just a simple way to actually get your materials and stuff like that. But I don't think we'll need that. But we're going to find out here in just a second what we do need here. And actually, I think as far as this goes, we'll actually just do it this way. So we'll come about midways here, and then we'll run our belt this way. This will work great. All right, now as far as our train goes, let's set our train up about right here. Yay. Should have tried to clear some of this out first. We'll get this all back through here. Yay. Okay, let's get our train depot. Let's see, where's our stations? Do we have a station here? Yes, we do have a station. So the first two locomotives, well, first three are going to be part of our system here. So we'll have two locomotives, so we'll have 1, 2. And sadly, I only have one on me right now, so it figures. Normally, anytime you try to do anything like this, you always are short. And the design we're going to go with is this right here. So we're going to have one car, and then we're going to have 4 fuels. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fuel... Wait, that is completely wrong. Crap, that is not what we want. Whoops, I am thinking refinery. This is not a refinery. This is a depot. So, sorry guys, messed this up. Let's redo this. All right, so 4 cargo cars. So there we have it. All right, there's our cargo cars. Now this is a proper setup here. So we'll come over here now. We'll repeat this. So 1, 2, 3, and yeah, that's what I want. Give that space. I'm actually concerned that might not be enough. Actually, let's redo that. Let's make this a little wider. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I do want to put pipe on here. But actually, I could just stick it on the opposite side. Actually, no, we'll be fine. We'll just do it this way. We'll just do 2 wide here. That'll work for me. I want to have 2 rail lines here, and this will be our pickup. So, all right. So that'll be our first step. And now we're going to go ahead and we will loop this back around and we will tie this stuff all together. All right, so let's come back up here and we will get this all ready. All right, so this stuff is all going to get tied in here. I'm trying to think here. All right, there we have it. So that's going to get tied in there. That'll be one line out, and then we'll get this other line here going too. And all as usual, you know, you want to build a rail line. Something's always right there in your way. So that's just normal. So okay, let's get this all put in here. We could tie this in right like so. I don't think I need to be coming from this other direction. All right. As far as this goes, there we have it, and that's actually right there. That was kind of convenient. This will we'll tie that like so. So we have our basic station here, and this here will actually offload our sulfuric acid, which is what we're going to need here to actually for this base. So let's see, do we have any storage tanks on us? And sure enough, I don't think we have a storage tank. All right, so what we're going to do now is I need pumps also. So let's make a few pumps here. 1, 2, 3. We'll need about 3 pumps. Now these pumps, what they're going to do here is these will actually allow us to offload straight here at the depot. So we're going to put these pumps right here, and this will take our sulfuric acid off of the train. And as far as that goes, now the next step is going to be to do pipes. And I don't know why I don't have nothing on me. It seems like, you know, I guess it's because I don't have the stuff set up over here right, but it's kind of annoying here actually. All right, so let's get up here. I need to get all these things connected up here, and this is just, you know, typically the painstaking, oh my god, this sucks, you know, stage. So this, I think actually since yeah, we're going to actually, no, I actually want to tie in on the opposite end here, because based on the way this is laid out, we're going to probably end up running our belts the other way. So I don't really want to do that, just like that's what we were going to do there. So, all right, this should all go like that. This can come down, and then this will ultimately all tie up here. And this belt line here, where we did this here a minute ago, I'm just going to completely redo this, and we'll just run this all the way down straight. And then that'll just simplify our setup here. So this will all come down like so. And these ore will all get put onto that train. So we're going to have 3 lines here. This should work relatively good as far as our setup goes. And we'll just kind of keep on moving it here. Now, let's tie this stuff all together. I'll add this. That way everything there's nice and clean. And we're going to have 4 cars, it looks like. So we're going to need a setup to be set up for 4 wide. What did I do there? That makes no sense. Jeez. Maybe I should go back to bed, guys. I got up not too long ago. Had to take a break from the game. Put a lot of hours in here. So, all right. So, all right, we're going to connect this all up here. And this is just more, you know, painstaking stuff. You know, I'm trying to keep, I'm cutting a lot of stuff out of the video because I know you guys don't want to just like watch all the boring build this over and over again, which is the same stuff. And that's kind of what you do, is you just build factories and you just make it, try to improve your design each and every time. I think I'm going to have to put 1 power plant right there in the dead center of this base to get everything here to work properly. You know, I'm not a fan of, you know, doing these like so. I'm really not. I just prefer, we'll sacrifice just one of those like so, and that'll power everything in the middle there. That's why I decided to do it this way, just instead of trying to actually do it what I normally would do. You know, just due to the fact that sometimes it's just easier to do it like this. That can come out of there. We'll just redo that, and we'll place. Actually, no. Yeah, we'll just yeah, we'll put it right there. That way it powers the whole thing. Is everything here powered? Yes, everything but 1. So that worked out good. Because I'm trying to avoid wasting as much space as we possibly can here. So I'm trying to make it as compact as possible. So we'll go ahead and do that. And let's come right around here and we will tie this together. So now with that being said, we're going to go ahead and let's try to wall everything up here. I'm going to come over a couple. We'll get this all laid up. And let's see, this come over here. And is this going to work good for us? So we'll find out in just a moment. Go ahead and move up this way. So this will work good here for us. Let's see. Let's get this all out of here. The aliens want to keep attacking me every time I turn around. It's just like, geez, come on, guys. You're gonna die. You know? Alright, so actually I'll just tie this straight up here into our main rail line. That'll solve that problem. So everything's getting connected here. And some of you guys, I know, probably are wondering, why do I not use blueprints? Well, I do use blueprints. It's just setting up all the blueprints for all these things have just not really been done yet. So just one of the things I still have to get around to, as far as, you know, using a lot of blueprints, because we do have our robots now. And, you know, honestly, you know, it does get a little bit boring. Probably going to get the hell just killed out of us here in just about 5 seconds, just because I started cutting our power poles. All right, let's see, what can we do here? Where is that thing? I know it's right here somewhere. This is why I don't like blueprints, because, you know, you really just, you kill yourself so much. See, now the robots are here busy dealing with the aliens versus building what needs to be built. So there you have it. That's aliens for you. Well, construction robots for you anyway. So we'll get these all on here, and this should get our basic power and all that good stuff up and running. So there we have it. All right, so that stuff's going up. Let's see, let's fix this other side of this base over here, shall we? So we'll get those there, that, and then we'll come up here and we'll drop one right there. Now, as far as this base goes, I want to get some basic logistics set up here. So we could probably, actually, I think we'll just drop this. I think, can I put that roboport there? Is that going to cover it all? Yeah, one roboport covers place. So that'll work great. That'll be good. Now let's get this, as far as our stuff here goes, our cargo cars, let's get these all ready to haul out our uranium here. And we'll see what we have. We should have 4 cars when it's all said and done here. And as usual, I do not have what I need. Actually, no, maybe I do. I have my chest right there. I was sitting there thinking, it's like, I have no chest. What the hell? That's not a good thing. And what I love about this is you can put your power poles right in there, but we're not using power poles for this, so it's not a big issue. Okay, so there will be our fuel, and we'll put that right there. Okay, so now our asset will be offloaded right here. You want to put we have to have our storage tanks, so do not forget your storage tanks, guys. This is what you're going to need here to actually get the asset off the train using this style. Personally, I've never really used this style, but I think because this is what I'm using with my crude oil as far as it goes, I shouldn't have no problems. Main thing is just double check here, just look over our pipe, make sure it's all connected. Everything's connected. Comes down, ties in there. So we should, yeah, it all connects. All right, so all our pipes are connected. This will be our storage tanks here. That'll be our fuel wagon, which will offload our asset. This will be where we load everything up. But I'm not sure how this is going to work just because we do have this stuff in here. So in addition to this here, what I want to do is I went to the Factorio's website, and they have a blueprint book, which is right here. And the cool thing about this blueprint book is they have every different size splitter and belt balancer that you can think of. So this is actually kind of a cool thing, guys, and I've decided to go ahead and just use this just due to the fact that it would be nice, but can we fit these in here? And the answer is more or less no. So that kind of sucks, but as far as what we are trying to do here, I do believe I can squeeze this in here like so. So we're going to do that anyway. We're going to use this one anyway here. It's just, we're just going to have to move it back a bit. But I do think this will work here, and this will actually allow us to get everything in where we want it to be. So this will be fine for us. And then that'll come in like so. We'll loop this over, but this will take 3 belts, but equally balance it out to be 4 belts, and that's really what we want here as far as how we want to do our setup. Okay, so this will be our basic setup. I could have actually put that over a little bit further, but oh well. All right, so this is going to be our belt setup here. And what I want to do is I just want to I always put the first one on a curve. We'll run her over, and we'll just tie this all together. And this way we'll get this factory set up nice and smooth. I like to try to keep everything balanced. All right, so we'll get this all set up here. We'll run our belts. All right, and we put that right in our way, go figure. I kind of saw that a minute ago, and I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. We can fix that. Yeah, okay. You know, every time you place something like that, you know, when you're building, you know, trying to make it convenient so it's already there, it just ends up being in your way. It's just knowing how it goes. All right, so there's our setup here. Now, next thing I want to go in here and double check. Okay, I did make a few mistakes here, so let's correct these mistakes. So there's one mistake. There's another mistake. Let's double check these. Let's get these. All right, so all of our rotations are correct now. So there's our belt set up there. And always run back and double check your belts. It's, you know, you do it. Sometimes you'll mess them up there like I just did by accident. And next thing you know, it's like, oh crap, I got to run back and fix all that. Great. So this here is going to be our rail setup. And as far as what we need fuel goes, I did have, yeah, there we go. We'll get this all. Put this fuel in our train here, so our train will drive. So there's our basic setup here for this new outpost that we're building. So now I just got to clean up everything here, get this all cleaned up here, get all these out of the way. Hopefully they can get these new ones built. Looks like a lot of aliens are going to hit this corner here, so I should probably double it up a little bit. Alright, let's get this rail line here. Let's go and tie this all up here onto the main real fast. Okay, so this will tie into our main line. Let's get our rail here finished it up. Just try not to get run over here. That's the great thing about rails. Typically when you're trying to work on them, you get killed. Let's see, can I get this? This is going to have to come back. I got to figure out how to get this all tied in here. I have a bad feeling the way this thing lays out here is what's going to ultimately happen is none of this is going to like line up. Which you can kind of see that right there. Well, maybe we get it there. That's funny. Put all that rail down and it's like still wrong. Alright, let's try to get this come across here. And there you have it, one off. I swear I did not do that again. All right, there we have it. So that'll look good there. Let's get this a little careful here. All right, and what we need is, there we go. Let's get that on there. All right, so that's all fixed. Hopefully, I do believe. Do we have it right? Let's double check our signals here. All right, so that signal protects that. That covers this side, so the train can bolt straight without slowing this one down if it's going straight. Got a signal there. Output signal, output signal. Now we need to add our next two signals. So we'll drop one here, here, and then we'll drop our other signal right there. Okay, so this will cover this station. Not sure how this is going to work because this is not going to want to line up. I can just see that now how this is going to go. Yeah. Jeez. I really hate rails on Factorio. I mean, I played, you know, like Railroad Tycoon and all that kind of stuff back in the day, and just sometimes with Factorio, the way they do these, it's just, yeah, it don't want to like function properly or anything half the time. I'm not sure how that's going to work right there. This shouldn't be. Yeah, see, I can't put a rail signal there, but actually, I could probably get by with just the one, but. This should work. I mean, I shouldn't have any major issues with this as far as this goes. I just don't like having holes in my walls like that. Because, so you should be able to actually place a gate on a wall at an angle. It won't let you do it. Everything in Factorio is square. This should be able to rotate at an angle so you can build angle. And that drives me crazy. I can't do that. So, alright guys, this here rail depot is official. It looks like it's all set up here. We need one last thing here that we're going to do, and that is we're going to probably have to come in here and actually finish up all this stuff here. But honestly, I don't have to do that because we have pretty much everything we need to do that for us, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to put in one chest here, and this will be our final chest here. So let's see, where's our book here, the book that we want. This is the book we want. So we'll rotate this. This is just all my basic, you know, plans and stuff like that I make. So it's a very disorganized book, but there is one blueprint that I do want. It's a little green one. I don't know where it is. I think we just went through all of these. No, is this it? That's an input. Where is my little green blueprint? I don't think it's in here. I really don't. I think we lost it. Let's double check here. Let's just look at it manually, see if it's there. Where is that book again? I hate it. I hate that. So I think our blueprint, the one that we need, actually got deleted. I'd love to know how that got deleted. I really do. You know. Okay, so that's not even in our thing anymore, and that's just really Factorio. So here we go. Oh, there it is. Okay, so what this here is this is going to be our little output wagon. So. This here, as you can see, each one of these, this car here will be loaded up with inserters, and this ain't gonna work. Actually, this will work. We're gonna send this to a different depot here. We're gonna send this to a since this base here is fully set up, it looks like, we got everything here taken care of. Everything's tied together. This should actually loop across, but I'm not too worried about that. But let's go ahead and take this because it's going this way. That's the way I want it. But let's go ahead and run up here. We'll go to our main copper. We'll just say inactivity, go. All right. Is that iron pick 1? No, I do not want to go to iron pick 1. Crap. Let's go to main copper. Okay. Just pass. Okay, main copper. Go to station. Delete that. I don't want to go pick up iron. So we'll go to our copper depot. So we're going to run up here to our copper station. This is on our big rail station. Oh, crap. I did not want to come here. Snap. I'm confused with where I'm going here. Okay, let's go to the other station. Let's delete that. See if we can actually get out of this station. This station's too small for these big 8-car trains. This is a little 5-car station. That's our early station. So we need to go over here. I went to the wrong depot because I call my stations like main, you know, like because it's the main, you know, like main station and like whatever. So yeah. We got a supply train there. Okay, so here we are. This is what we got to do. All right, so now what we want to do is this cargo car here. So you ain't got nothing set up. Let's lock this up. That's what we want right there. And now we'll set that car. So now each one of these slots will be reserved for what we need because we're locking it at blue. And you just press your center mouse button to lock it. And then we take our mouse click, our X here, and then we click it. And that way we got our supply cars. These requester chests, all they do is they just request whatever needs to go inside. So I just put one full stack in there. Now when this train, let's say, we'll actually go back down to, we need to go back to our iron. But what we have to go to is we have to do our uranium offload. And I'm not really sure how we're going to do the uranium offload other than let's go to our, actually let's take the other, this train over here. This is a supply train. And the thing about my supply train is here, this has just a little bit of everything on it. It took me a while to set this up, but we set this up earlier. So if I click on here, you can see we got bots and everything. We got miners and all this kind of stuff. So I can kind of go around the different areas and stuff and work and send this back to our main base. Might actually want to get on board. This train is just a little bit better size to go where we need it to go, so that's why we're going to just go ahead and take this train. Now as far as that big 8-car train goes, we're going to have to just create, I think, a dedicated rail station. What we want to do is like right here, I think is what we need to do, because our sulfuric acid is right here. And I don't really like doing this, but we're going to put 2 different depots here. This is going to be a fueling depot, and this is going to have to come off of our main line. So I don't like doing that, but if I lay this out properly, we shouldn't really have a whole lot of issues here. I just don't know if I can get this off this main line without causing, like, breaking something because of everything that's here. And I think I will break something doing that. That's just going to be too close to the junction. So we'll just come right here and try to get off of here, right here. So, okay, let's see if I can get that. I want to try to make this compact, but I don't think this is going to work. We'll try to go like this. Okay, let's see. Can we get 8? The question is, can we fit 8 rail cars on here? This is what happens when you build big trains. You run into all these problems. So I need to figure out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate how the developers really do this. You know, too. They should make these cars, these train lines, like more like infinite. Okay, this is how we'll do it. We'll do it like that. So there we have it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all 8 cars will fit here based on that. So that'll work. That right there will work for us. We'll take this, tie that in right there, and then we'll just run this right here. Now I do believe we did make, I think it's the 4th car back on that train. Is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, 4 cars back is where we're going to be stocking it, filling it. And how we're going to do this is we just need 2 pumps. We need some pumps here. We need about 3 pumps. Alright, so I'm going to need, where are our pumps? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's 3 pumps. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I did say 4 cars, right? I can't hear you guys. Sorry. The bad thing about a video. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 cars back. We'll do a underground. Actually, I'll just drop a storage tank right here just for the hell of it. Is this going to work? No, that's not going to work. Go figure. But we'll drop the storage tank there. Then we'll come underground from here across, and then we can just tie that together. So this will be our acid depot, and we'll just come straight over here, and we're going to run into problems. Go figure. So this will more or less go here. I want to try to keep pipes out of here as best as possible, because I do run through here back and forth a lot because the nuclear power is just above us. So. I could do an underground belt there. I just loop it like so, just as easy, just faster. Okay, so we'll drop that, and there's a quick way to get acid from one point to another. So that should fix all of our problems right there. So that'll work good for us. Let's repair our section of wall there. Okay, so this is going to be an acid pickup. So let's see. I want to make sure we get our spelling here right. Alright, so we'll just do okay, so that's what we'll call it. This will be our pickup here. All right, so as far as that other that train goes, let's go up here to our train. We actually do have some problems here. Let's one thing we do need to do back here is we need to add this rail signal, so that'll solve that problem there. So train doesn't mess up our main line, and we'll have to add another one right up here. Now, how do I get tied? We'll get tied in. We'll have to come up here further to tie this in somehow. Big challenge is just getting this all connected here is going to be the challenge. Shouldn't be too hard, actually. We'll drop that. This rail is highly active, so I gotta be very careful of not getting killed. So make this working right in here does make you a little nervous. Hopefully nothing comes on the side over here. What's the deck? Oh well, we go that way. That was shorter and runs you over. So all right, so there you have it. Here's our depot here. So the way this will work is if I can find our train. We got a lot of trains that are just kind of sitting around idle. So I need to figure out what train I'm looking for here. I don't think this is the train. It's a main train. It's at our depot. I don't know if this is the train we want or not. No, it's not. I want this train over here. I don't know which train that is though. Alright, so let's see. What do I want here? So let's go ahead. Let's try to find this train. There's one train. There's 2, 3, 4. A lot of inactive trains. Main copper 2. That's it. Is this our train? Is this the one we want? Yes, that's the train right there. I sent it to main copper 2. So there's what that's why I couldn't find it, because it wasn't set to inactive. So we're going to go to our asset pick 1. And what I want to do is we'll set this to inactivity. I don't want to set it to time. I just want this to set to inactivity. That way, if it comes in, it fills up, it's inactive for let's say 5 seconds, then the train will just leave. Yeah, there we go. Now it's going to fill this car up with the asset there, which will be offloaded at our other depot as well. So we need to make sure that these train cars here are also filled up. And since this is going to be, inside the base, it does get a little congested. It might actually be a good idea to just fill these things up right here with our fuel. That way it's a little bit easier back in the base and stuff, because there's nothing here. So we'll just do it this way. We'll just set these to 50 apiece. This will give us our fuel, and we'll go boom. That way when the train does stop here, it's not just an asset depot, it is also a fueling depot as well. So we'll fuel the trains up right here with 4. But the train will come in here, it'll load this up here with all the asset, and as you can see right there, the train is completely full. So the train would leave right now, but it's not connected to another depot, so it's not going to leave. I like to use inactive, so let's go over this, shall we guys, over the different train types. So add stations, whatever. So what we have here, I'll just look here at the wait time instead. So there's different things we can do. We can do time passed, the train will leave after so long. That is good. I like the time passed. That works good and stuff like that. Full inventory is great. Empty inventory is great too. But what happens is when you start doing like what I'm doing here with cargo wagons, where you're actually hauling extra supplies and stuff like that to your outpost and things like that, what ultimately happens, as you guys can see, I have repair packs, I have lasers, all this. This is considered cargo. So if I say train empty, right? Well, this is always going to be on here. This ain't going to be empty. So the train will never leave. So the best thing to do is you can come down here to what's called, instead of, you could do fuel count, you could do inactivity, you could do item count is good, but you have to count all the cargo in your train cars, right? All these have to be counted. What happens though is like you have at some of these mines is ultimately they become depleted. And you'll have, let's say, 4 belts over here, like these belts will all be mining. We'll see, I can't find an example here. I think I cleaned up some of my older mines. But what happens is you have belts that will run out of ore. Like this here looks like it's getting weak, right? So this belt's starting to run out. Well, this belt will run out. These belts will all be producing. And then the train will just sit there and idle because you have, 4 cars full and then 1 car's not full. So the trains basically come to a stop, and that's not a good thing. So what I like to do is I like to set the trains, instead of that, the best way to do it is set it to inactivity. 5 seconds of inactivity, that means the train's sitting there. If you want to do it a little longer, we could say 10 seconds. 10 seconds is great. For this here, since this is a fuel depot, 5 seconds for me is more than enough. But you could do cargo, you know, greater or less than, all that. Cargo works great. I did do cargo for a while, but I learned that doing it the other way. So the best thing is the inactivity. 5 seconds of inactivity. If the train's sitting here idle, it's not doing nothing, it just leaves. You know, it just leaves on its own. And then that way the trains are constantly moving on your system. So that works great. So now that we got the acid deep pickup here set up, now we got to actually get all that stuff off of these trains. And as far as how in the hell we're going to get that off the trains, that's another iffy question, you know. So we got to get that ore down here. And before we do have a blackout here, let's check. Do we have any way to... I'm afraid I'm getting nervous here. We have none of the uranium. We have stuff in there. You see that? This one's about to run out right here. This is not good. So I'm getting nervous. We got to get that uranium flowing like ASAP. Okay, here's what we'll do. Let's go to that train. I'm worried I'm getting ready to have a blackout. I really am. We need to find that acid train. Where is that acid train? What we'll do is we're going to set this here. So we'll add our next station. So it'll go. This ain't going to be the right order for this because I want it to go to the actual nuclear pickup, and then I want it to come back here. So let's see. We have acid pick. Did I actually even name that train station while we were down there, or was that just another screw up? Please tell me we named that station. Ah, crap. All right, let's look here. Did we name the station? And I think the answer is no, we did not. That was our mistake. And we actually did not complete this other side over here of the rail line. So our depot, we're getting into a hurry here, skipping a few little things. So let's run down there and name that station real fast. I could actually, actually I don't have to name the station. We'll just do this because I know what the station's called. So we'll name that down here. So what was that thing called? It's this one right here. We'll just say inventory's full, and then that'll send the train down there. So the train will go down there. It'll actually start collecting and doing what it needs to be doing. So that'll be fine for us as far as what I need to do. That way we can work on it up here. So we do have some uranium ore coming in now, so that's a good thing, but that's not really what I need. I'm going to take this here because I am a little nervous there. I do have a few of these here, so we could do that. That'll work. That'll work great. I got some stuff in here because I'm trying to get 40 of these so I can actually enrich a little bit, but it's taking a while. But getting that low and stuff, that's not a good thing. So we can definitely make some fuel cells there. So that'll make life go easier until we can get this set up at least. I can't risk, you know, going down. You know, not like that anyway. So having a major outage or something. So I have to figure out how in the hell do I get a train, an 8-car train in to here. And the answer is, I don't know. I think the only option is to really actually just build a depot right here to actually offload the uranium and then dump it in here. Because this is where we're going to actually do all of our uranium and stuff anyways. So there needs to be a simple solution. I think that's truly the only option, is to just bring it in from the outside here. So that's what we're going to have to do. So let's try to do we have the stuff that we need there? Okay, so let's go ahead and get this sorted out here. That's what we want there. No, that's not what we want. That should be in my book. Jeez. I hate these books. I really do. They didn't do a good job, in all honesty, at laying out how the blueprint books should work. That somehow is just... Okay. I'll tell you guys this. This is probably I would say, yeah, I would definitely say this is a bad idea. Okay, let's go ahead and open this up. If our whole base, like, if I die all of a sudden, you guys just remember I said this was a bad idea. Alright, so we'll drop power pole up here because I need to get that power, and then we will start by trying to actually build up some defenses here. Should have probably actually done the defenses first, then got more into, like, trying to set this stuff up here. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Very, very bad. Alright, maybe not. We're getting some of this. So the bots over there are tearing out our base. We'll put these defenses in order here. Okay, so there's that. We'll get those. Who's going to go up here? Come on, put my power in there. Okay, so that should... Yeah, okay, that'll work. So, let's get ourselves an 8-car train set up. So, as far as 8-car trains go, This section here, this is our coal line. I do not want nothing on my coal line here. But I do need to figure out a way. Come on. Oh, jeez. Trying to set stuff up, guys. I mean, I know this stuff is, you know, time consuming, so I hate you guys watching this stuff because it's just so, like, it really is boring. And I mean, most people know how to set these rails up, but that's kind of the thing I like about Factorio is you're constantly evolving your base, you're constantly troubleshooting. It's just, yeah, that's what makes it fun. But really, I need to figure out how am I going to tie in this line here. And really, this is set up for as a stone pickup. What the hell did we did not just have a blackout. What caused the blackout? Are we losing power? Do we have... Alright, I think that might have been laser turrets just caused an electrical spike or something. Let's look here at our power consumption. I mean, we're producing the power, as you guys can tell right here. That meets our demand. So that's, you know, it's just mainly the laser turrets is what's killing us, especially with these attacks and stuff. It causes those big spikes. I need to basically put more power, build more power storage is what I really need to do. So let's get this train built just so we can get through here real quick. I really need to probably just do this the right way, which I've been doing this the wrong way all along. So we'll do it this way. This way, this is kind of semi the right way, I guess, but still not the right way. So I'm going to tie this in up there at the top. Yeah, we're getting those power outages due to power shortages. Well, all these laser turrets, they just drain your power. It just, yeah, that's what's killing me right now. Alright, there we go. So this will give us what we need right here as far as these 8 trains go. And this should be, yeah, my stone train's going to be right in the way there for an offload. That's just, yeah, great. Perfect. You know, perfect. Just more frustration. I could bring the train in that way. It might be a little bit faster. So we need to be the first few cars up here. So, can I get this figured out today? Would be nice. Okay. If I could get this all tied up, not a problem. Trying to get it tied up. Yeah, there you go. I'm thinking... I'm afraid of is if I do this here, this is going to absolutely just screw me up. Okay, guys, I am back. I just went ahead and killed the video and just skipped right on to the end of it here because what we were doing made no sense. When I actually deleted this section of wall here, I went ahead and deleted this. It killed the power to the lower half of my base, and then I had to come down here and fix stuff, and then this whole bottom half the base got attacked because I didn't realize I didn't have no power down here. So apparently all my power lines was actually being supplied on the outside wall. And I went ahead, cleared this out, and I ran a rail line through here, which my stone line was here. So I deleted the stone line, redone all this stuff here. So now my stone train just comes down loops, and we actually have, let's just go into a map view here. And the main line just comes straight down here, and everything just loops right here and loops back up. So this is going to be probably a little bit more efficient doing it this way. The train actually comes in here now, so we have a train stop, and we also have this longer line here, so we have a waiting area as well. I'm not sure if this is going to function properly. I do believe that it will, but the train's supposed to come in onto the side over here and just wait here prior to this train leaving. I don't know if the train will actually do that or not, so we'll just have to wait and see how that all works, because the train should not wait at this stop. So, but anyways, guys, this is what we did here. Now what we got to do is we got to get this uranium off here, because as you can see, we're still running out. I'm having problems also with some of my iron production. My iron ain't really producing, and that's kind of killed my base, and nothing's producing right now because there's no iron. So I got to get up here and get this iron situation under control. We upgraded our iron, but our trains well, they're not really designed to go to that type of station, so we're gonna have to fix that. But let's get this here fixed, shall we? So as far as getting everything off of this train, all we need is some inserters and we need some chests, and I'm not sure if we got enough chest or not, but we're gonna find out in just a moment. So we'll go ahead and set this up here like this. And actually the easier way to do this is just gonna be just do a straight line real fast. It just works faster that way. And just because of what I do kind of want to do here, I think I'm going to double this up. You don't have to do it this way. Typically you would do it single. Hopefully I have no problems. But what I want to do is I want to have an extra row of chest here in addition to my chest. So it'll take them off the one row and then it'll put it on the other. But problem is I'm going to run out of chest, which figures. Anytime you try to do anything, you know, you run out of what you need. So. All right, so next thing we're going to do is I want to go ahead and I want to go and get this blueprint here. Now this is going to be our stocking here. So this will basically put anything and all the resources, all that good stuff we need straight in here. So I want to go ahead and put that right there, RoboPort there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put that there as well. And then we will come over. Okay, so that right there is going to be our power to this station here. And we're going to need at least, it looks like, one more here. So this train, is everything in here we want? Yep, it's all fixed right there, so that looks good. So everything's hooked, set there. So that's not an issue. Now we'll just come up here and we want to power absolutely everything. We'll delete these middle chests. Don't really have my belts set up for getting stuff off these trains just yet anyway. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to compress all this into two different stations. So there's a couple ways things we can do here. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll do this here. This will be our starter. And what I would like, since there's looks like we got 4 cars. Typically I've been running 5, but this is 4. I want to take that and get that all over here. So we'll have to see how I'm going to do that. I think what we'll do is I want to take 4, drop it down to 2. Let's see if we can get that, shall we? Okay, so now let's shift this and go. What do I want to do? I want 4 to 1, or no, I want 4 to 2. So we'll look at 4 to 2. So, all right, so we're going to go 4 to 2. That's what we'll do right there, and that will work great for us. And we got 6 to 1 is probably something else we're going to end up needing here. I don't know how this is all going to work, but we'll find out in just a second. Actually, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this real quick. Let's just drop this one right down here. Actually, no, we won't do that. Let's do the 6 to 1 first. There it is, 6 to 1. That's the 1 to 6, and now let's go up here. Let's go to 6 to 1. Okay, 6 to 1. That's what I want. Okay, so there's 6 to 1. We'll drop all this in real fast. Alright, this should get us right where we want to go, and hopefully we don't have no major issues here. That's going to cause a problem right there. I already see that. So we're going to have to redo this. Alright, so we're getting this all sorted out here real quick. So hopefully we'll have this fixed in just a minute. So right now my big concern is, like I said earlier, it's making sure we get that nuclear power and everything coming in like it needs to. Alright, so the uranium is all coming off. We got all the balancers set up there, so that'll be good. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to tie it all together in the factory here, because the way this works is you got this one belt line that comes down and it makes this loop, which the question is, how do you tie into this loop without damaging or breaking the factory? That's the next issue here, because we're just kind of looping all of our supplies, but I don't really want to do that. I'm thinking what we could do is, this is tying in here. That's an output. I think maybe if we just did our main string, like something like along this line, I could possibly do All right, maybe like that might work. Yeah, that'll probably work right there. We just keep that there, but I also have to make sure how it ties in over here is proper as well. So if I tied it in like that, that would possibly work and keep the belts from getting all, you know, congested and stuff like that. We'll just do that. And actually, I think a simpler solution would be we could just do this. We'll delete all this out of here and that'll fix that problem there. So, all right. Actually, I don't even need that. I can just do that. That would make more sense. Okay. So we're getting this all cleaned up here, and this is how I'm going to run this. So all of our input's going to come in right here, and then this is going to go into the belt balancer. We'll balance it like that, and that way we're feeding on both sides. Then this can come across like so. And I'll probably have to do another loop in the future, but actually let's clear this all out real quick. We'll just redo that. And we'll put what we need right here. So how am I going to do this? So this shall come, let's see. That should come right there somewhere. And then this, yeah, we'll do that. That'll tie there. All right, and there it is. There's 4 to 1, and that's what we want right here. So now we're going to come over here to our actual belt designs yet again, and we'll want a 4 to 1 design. So let's find a 4 to 1. Could do 4 to 2, but I think 4 to 1 will suit us better for our needs right now anyway. All right, so there's a 4 to 1, and we'll just scroll straight on, and now we have our uranium output. So guys, there you have it. This is the advanced way to set up your mines. This is probably the actual proper way to get your nuclear processing and all that set up. Let's just double check, make sure what we have in stock. Take a look at our nuclear power here. I don't know if I need, ooh, these plants are running low. Look at that. There's like nothing here hardly, but there's actually a few here, so I'm not too worried about us running out of power and stuff. Logistics system is probably being a little overworked right now because of some of the other projects that we got going on. But for the most part, it looks like we have no issues right now in our factories, and all this stuff's coming along over here. A lot of our logistic robots are coming for this iron here, which they're flying back and forth, which ain't really good, just due to the fact that our system is struggling because there's nothing over here. So, but we'll have to get our factory back up and running here in a minute. I'm going to go work on that. But for the most part, guys, this here we got our power here and everything under control. We got all that fixed out. Let's go ahead and set our locomotive up. That way our locomotive is on the right course. And looks like, let's see, is the uranium here doing good? Looks like some of this, ooh, the belt line. Look at the belt line. See how this is kind of struggling, it looks like? This ain't going to work. Oh my God, I feel stupid now. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. That's 4 to 1. That's so simple. I could have easily made that. Instead, I just, yeah, like an idiot. All right, so this belt line here that we have set up now, that this is actually operating on, is not going to work. I can just tell you guys that from just looking at it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to switch this all up. Okay, so what we're going to do is I want to do a 3 to 2, which a lot of these are just, yeah, let's do 3 to 2 here real quick. I'm kind of playing with this book a little bit, but what we want is we want a 3 to 2 balancer. And there's our 3 to 2, which that needs to actually come right up here, so I'm going to get that fixed here. But let's go ahead and see how we're going to do this. So this will clear that out there. This will do our, and then actually I think I should just add a little landfill here. That'll make this probably go a little bit easier. Yeah, there we go. We'll just landfill that. And now we'll go back to our 3 to 2 design. So let's see. All right, so 3 to 2, we'll come back 1. All right, and now we just got to figure out how do we get this second line of stuff to actually come in here like it's supposed to. That's the, that's our real challenge right now. So we're gonna have to, I'm assuming we're gonna have to just bring this up, and we'll just bring her down like that, and then that'll tie it in. This comes over and then down. That goes over and then down, and there we have that there. So there's a 3 to 2 setup. And now we just got to get this next line in here. I don't know how that's going to work considering this is underground here. And then that's tying in, which goes to there and then up. So that's our output, but I need to get in here. So it's kind of like, well, can I use it? I could use a different color of belt maybe, but I don't really like the idea of actually being forced to do that, so that's not really a good thing. As far as this goes right here, how this mess is working, this ain't really a good. I do not like how these things are offloading because of the way the belts here are doing this stuff. So we're gonna have to config this. I think what we'll do is I'm just going to get rid of this here because this is just kind of stupid the way this is working right now. And what we'll do is I'll just do it like this, put that there, and now this will probably make I'd say a lot more sense doing it that way. Okay, so but that didn't work. Why did that not work? Okay, let's try this then. Did that work? Yes, that worked. That's perfect. All right, so we'll reconfig that because that's, I mean, it's only feeding right now only one side of the belt, and I don't like that. We need to be feeding both sides of the belt. That's why this is not able to keep up over here. So if we can feed both sides of the belt like this, so it's just a nice big solid belt, that's going to make it look a lot nicer. How's that going to look? Oh yeah, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. That's just a nice big solid line. So we might be able to actually get away with this and not have to do the yeah, just making that change there. Do I still need that 3 balancer up here? I guess we could leave it. It's not hurting anything anyway. But oh yeah, this is beautiful. We can live with this. I can work with that right there. That'll work good for us. So okay, that problem is solved. So I'm not really too worried about finishing what I was doing over there. But let's go ahead and take our locomotive down here because we need to finish up our this stage depot down here because we never really did finish it. It was just messed up here. What is on this rail car? Is this thing empty? That should not be empty. Actually, no. We need to go. Let's go to the station there. We need to go to this station here and pick up some stuff. So let's see. I'm gonna have to put a loop back there because this is just not gonna really fly as far as having to make this circle come all the way up here to get, you know, supplies and stuff. That's not going to work. It looks like the acid is actually relatively low in our depot, so I don't know how that's going to work as far as our nuclear goes and all that kind of stuff, keeping it powered up. But I need to make sure that we are getting some here, so we're gonna have to look at our refining and stuff like that. I think we're not, since our refinery's not working, our acid's not producing. That's what it is. So I think everything was really balanced. I had everything almost tuned in, so my refining was working beautifully. So I think we can probably get by with not really doing nothing as far as that goes. So I'm not really too worried right there. So all right, let's get back here to our main station, and this we'll get that. We're gonna fix this all down here because I did forget to put that second nuclear station in when we were down here before, and that's not a good thing. So all right, because see this train station here, there should be 2 of these. There's only 1. As far as how we're going to set this up, what do I want to do? Okay, let's take this. This here should be, what should we call this? This is going to be main nuke 3. I think this is our second nuclear stop. I'm not sure. Let's rename this. Let's look at it. I do think this is nuclear stop 2. So let's see, our nuclear pick. All right, oh, that says nuke 1, so that's our other one. So this should be nuke pick 2. I didn't put pick on that last one. Nuke pick 2. Okay. Right, so that'll be our second pickup. And nuke pick 2, we'll delete this as full cargo inventory. We'll put as inactivity to 10 seconds. I like the inactivity like I told you guys before. So we'll do 10 seconds of inactivity. You know, after the main pick, we're going to go to that acid pick up there because that would make more sense. And then we're going to go to the main nuke 3, which is full cargo inventory, which that needs to also be deleted. We'll do that to inactivity as well, and we'll just say 10 seconds inactivity. I like that 10 seconds. I think 10 is good because if it's just, you know, 5 seconds is too short. It really is. Okay, and we'll delete that. So now everything should be working in good synchronization. So now let's go ahead and finish this up, the station up, and as far as everything else goes, our train is working. I need to get that second depot here built. I just got to find my train stops here. And I know I got one on me. It's just trying to actually find it in my inventory. So copy that over. Yeah, there we go. So that's set up. We need to redo this here. Okay, let's repower that. All right, so how do I want to do this? We'll do that right there, so that'll work. Do we have pumps? See, you need pumps, guys. Gotta have pumps. Gotta bring them with you. Remember? But right here, it looks like we are out of acid. But as far as these chests and everything here goes, these things look great. I mean, this depot looks like it is running relatively smooth. The train is operating based on the inactivity and stuff, so that's good. So everything that we need to be doing is working. Not really too concerned about as far as what's happening here. So, alrighty. So let's see. What do we need now? We need an underground here. So we're going to go underground. Underground. Oh, I can just connect like that. That worked out good. Do I have any regular pipes? No, I don't. Okay, so now that goes, and there we have it. So that's powered up. So we can offload our fuel for our trains on the second side. This should also be added over here as well. So we need to go back into our books here. Actually, did I put that in that book again? I didn't have it in there earlier, and I scrolled and scrolled for it, and I was like, I can't find it. Yes, that's the one I want right there. So that's 3 cars back right there. All right, and that will offload what we need. See that? So I got my robo port in there. So if one's destroyed, our walls, repair packs, our lasers, all the good stuff. So that's good. So we got this train fully functioning now. We're loading our cars. Now we just need to split this up so I can actually run some of these additional lines. And really the best way I've found to actually do that is it's pretty simple. Let's go ahead. As far as how to get these lines to really function is I just take them and go like this here. And I'll just do this. Like right here I'm going to have problems on this end one. So I'm not too awful concerned about that. But I mean, there's different things you can do. There's different techniques and stuff. But really just putting them on the end like that and just going straight up works the best. But I didn't really think about that when we laid this out a few minutes ago. So doesn't really help my situation. So we're going to have to reconfigure all of this. So you watch us here. We just do this quick reconfiguration here. This will actually work out really nice. So that comes in. Right. So just another reconfiguration. You know what I mean, guys? Gets old after a while, but it all works out in the end. That's the main thing. Does it work out? So. Alright, so there we go. Now we're going to have that. Now we just got to reset up this side over here. So these will go here. I can just kind of look at this side and see what needs to change and all that good stuff. Those will all go out. I think this one right here, this is going to be the kind of more of the problem one right here, but I can manage, I do believe. Let's see, can I get that? Actually, no, let's come up one more. Alright, so that'll come up like so, then we'll loop around, come down, back down, 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 okay. Now I'll go like that, and then this one. Alright, and we'll just do it that way. Not really what I should be doing, but, alright, and we'll just do it that way. Okay, so now, what's going to happen here is because I did do that, we're not going to have nowhere to put our power poles. So we'll just go substations, and that'll fix that. And last but not least, we need our chest, steel chest. And there you guys have it. So our depot is officially set up here. We can get all the get our uranium, gives us our power. We have our acid here, storage tanks. Everything looks good. Doesn't look like we're gonna have any major problems. Be nice to actually have a ride back. Where is our train? Maybe I'll call a train here to come pick me up. So main nuke. Let's do the pickup here. And the way this will work is just like that, like I showed you guys with that train earlier. The train will just boom boom. So we go to the stop, then back to our main depot, and everything should work good. That train should be almost here by now. Yeah, it's on its way down. Probably got stopped by another train, but it is kind of a long ride-o, but see which line it takes. Oh, it's going to get on that middle line. Guess it's because that route's shorter. All right, so we'll get on here. And do we have everything we need here? Did I put a radar down here? I do believe I did, didn't I? I try to put a radar at every one of my depots. That way everything is like fully connected. Let's build a radar just to be on the safe side. Yeah, we'll drop one radar right here somewhere. Watch me get out of it. As soon as I get out of the train, watch the train just drive away. So we'll drop the radar right here. Okay, there we go. We got a nice radar. Yep, as soon as I jumped out of the train, it's going to pull away. Alright, so it was a little inactivity there. I think the train got full is why. So now what the train will do based on the route and the way I have it set up is I want it to pick up the acid on the way back. You know, typically I should do that at the main depot, but because my refining and all that's like up here towards the top, that's you know, really where it wants to be. So as soon as this is empty, hopefully the train will actually leave here. It won't sit here for too awful long. So I think because like where it does get low here, I think a safe assumption, which you know I did have it, you know, 10 seconds of inactivity. So let's change this, add another wait time. So time passed to 120 seconds, because I don't want the train to sit here for too long, because if it's taking too long, it might you know, that car's not getting full or something like that. Then you know, and there's uranium here and I need it at the next stop, it could cause problems. So let's just add a, you know, 10 seconds of inactivity or 120 seconds passes. I think that would be a safe bet, because like right now the train is, it's just, you know, as you guys can see, it's just kind of sitting here idle because this tank is basically empty, and I don't want that. I want the train to keep on moving. So because I might have another train that might have the acid on it that will take it to that same depot, and in that case this train here, it'll still, the depot will still be getting stocked, if that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and continue down the line. So the train will go from the one depot to here, and then it'll go to our main station, then back to the previous station. So everything looks like it's doing good. Everything's functioning. We got our nuclear and everything up and running here again. So I'm just going to kind of keep expanding these things here, make them come out a little bit further and stuff. All the extra chests right here are, you know, more or less for, you know, they can just kind of store everything, and then I have a second row, because you got the main row here storing, and you got the second row. That's weird. Look at that. So I don't have enough chests right there. You notice that, guys? There's not enough chests that the inserters are dropping their arms down, and it's taking it from one inserter's hand to the next. That's kind of crazy. Let's fix that right there. That's the only thing I did not get to, because I meant to do that a minute ago and I didn't have the chests, but now I have them, so we'll fix that. So, but anyways, guys, this is your advanced nuclear processing here. We got everything set up here, and like with this right here, you know, in order to do this here, you got to have at least 40 of these things. You know, to get this more advanced stuff done, and you know, you get one output from it. And the same right here is you know, actually said and stuff here, we, you know, you get one and stuff. But the best way I've found to actually really set this stuff up is what we got right here going, and that is you put one splitter that's filtered. And before you would just use like you know, a filtered splitter to take it off the belt and stick it up, or which works good, you know, unless there's two in the arm and stuff. But for the most part, you know, we're going to go ahead and get what we need here. Let's take a look up here. Did we get more since we did get up and running? Oh, yes, we did. Look there. We got all kinds of... Now, all of these are full. All the reactors are running good. We basically got our power crisis averted, so we're not going to have that problem now. So now we're going to have to figure out what's going to be our next course of action, because this here is starting to get... I think we're going to have to get our iron production under control, so I'm going to go work on that, I think. And... that way these trains that's right here, like these trains here, this train's sitting idle, that train should be going up there and picking up iron ore. So that would be good. And I think what I might do is I might just add a smaller station up here for that. Or what I'm going to do is in our new mega base over here, we're going to actually have an iron pickup as well. So we'll have an iron pickup depot, so I can pick the iron up, you know, the iron ore up from here and then take it over there. So my main trains, these 8-car trains, will run the outpost, but I'll actually have an iron depot here strictly for pickups. And I might build a second depot, a smaller depot here. That way I can like run it to other smaller depots and stuff like that in locations. So that might be a good idea, but I'm not sure. But as far as everything goes, here goes, we got all of our, you know, our chips and stuff being produced. I mean, wow, look at that. I mean, over 381K green processing chips. So we're starting to get these chips in our logistics system. We're starting to stockpile them by far, so that's going to be good. I'm going to get our blue processing chips up, our red ones. We're struggling with the red processing chips because this base that we have over here right now, this ain't very efficient, mainly because it cannot, these chips here, this design here kind of failed on us. It didn't really work like I was hoping it would. But you know, what we did was we did build this mega, you know, processing facility here. So, and this is actually working good. This is actually working all the way down here. And we're getting down to about the last 2 or 3 here before it runs out, you know, as far as the wire goes. But this ain't been really supplied very well with the
the copper right now. So that's one of the reasons it's kind of running a little bit slower. And that's mainly because the belts are backing up a bit. So, but other than that, everything looks like it's going nice and smooth. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, guys.